2014 Annual Conference and Expo in St. Louis. Welcome to What's Your Story with Gwynn Mason. So today we're going to start with Fran Andrews, who's going to talk with us about a leadership workshop. Come on up, Fran.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here with us. So can you tell us a little bit about the leadership workshop? Come a little closer.
The workshop we conducted this morning was designed for students who are here, specifically at their request. Last year, a number of students and advisors came up and asked, would the Kappa Omicron Nu Honor Society group do a leadership workshop for students? And we never say no when it's students, so we said, of course, we would be happy to. And so we talked about authenticity and chaos and information and vision and all the interesting things that make the basis of leadership. And we had 10 students, which is a good start. Very good start.
That's great. Excellent.
Very good start.
So are there specific skills that you would like the students to leave with? And maybe you mentioned a couple of them.
We gave them an inner skills, or inner, I guess skills is a good word, little handout to work through where they identified their own weaknesses and strengths, and then some goals that they wanted to set as a result of coming to the leadership workshop. So they left with their own little package of beginnings for their own leadership direction.
Well, that sounds great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I know they'd be happy to have that. And so keeping with the topic of leadership, we also have Sue Byrd with us here to talk about our inaugural Leadership Academy. So thank you, Sue. And could you tell our viewers a little bit more about the purpose of the Leadership Academy?
Well, the building leadership capacity in AAFCS community was formed in order to build leadership for our future, the future of our organization. So the Leadership Academy, which had its inaugural Academy members in 2013, went through a module of learning about leadership skills, learning how to apply it in their affiliates as well as on the national level. And it's just been a wonderful opportunity for them. They actually came a day and a half before the conference last year, and then they have been working for a whole year on projects on the affiliate and the national level. So it's been a wonderful experience.
Excellent. And how did this first year go? Were there any lessons learned or things you might want to do differently with the next group?
Well, one of the expectations that we had is they would immediately go back and do projects with their affiliates and increase membership, whatever was needed at that level. And they have gone beyond anything that we ever imagined, and it's given me some ideas to take back to my affiliate as well. But they have taken on leadership roles here at the conference. They have presented. We just finished a facilitation workshop where we had 6 of the past participants actually do the facilitation for that workshop. So it's been a wonderful experience. And this is for new professionals in AAFCS. And we'll have one in 2015, and now is the time to apply. You can go online, get that information from the Professional Development Center.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Sue. It sounds like an amazing opportunity for our new professionals. Thank you. And now we're changing topics a bit from leadership, somewhat, to our communities for AAFCS. And we have Jane Steiner here. She's our Communities Coordinating Team Chair, I believe, right?
That's right, thank you.
And she's going to talk about communities at the annual conference.
The communities play a vital, important part of our AAFCS conference. We have 19 communities that have all been very active. If you go through your program book, you'll see how active they have been. Our first activity that we have of the year is a community showcase, which all other communities participate in. And then we break off into different sessions that the leaders have planned. Sessions, business meetings, luncheons, breakfasts, and special activities. A couple of special activities that I might mention is this year was a 40th celebration of the Teacher of the Year that the elementary, secondary, and adult education highlighted. And a fun one that Taking It to the Streets did this year was the accessory. So yes, it's a very busy time for communities.
They're very active.
Yes, very.
Now, how can people, your members, become involved in these communities throughout the year?
Well, one of the things they could do is check FastFacts, because AAFCS posts different community offerings and leadership roles for members if they want to get involved. Of course, you want to sign up to be a member of a community, and then they might check AAFCS.org and click on communities for other activities that are going on.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much. Some great information.
Thank you.
Thank you. And so coming up soon, we'll have our capstone session. And we're very pleased to have our keynote speaker with us, Marsha Wallace. She's the founder of Dining for Women. So thank you for joining us, Marsha.
Thank you for having me.
Could you tell us just a little bit about the mission of your organization?
The mission of Dining for Women is to use the model of collective giving to raise money and educate and inspire our members to invest in programs that make a meaningful difference in the lives of women and girls who live in extreme poverty around the world.
That's an excellent mission. I don't think anybody would have a problem with that. That fits very well in with our organization. And then how does helping women help build sustainable families and communities?
Well, women's empowerment is directly related to the extent of global poverty. So where women are the most discriminated against, you will find the higher levels of poverty. When you address gender discrimination and women have access to education and economic opportunity, they reinvest 90% of their resources back in their families and their communities. So by investing in women, you're not only investing in an individual, you're investing in a family. And when you have healthier, more stable families, you have stronger societies and healthier nations.
That sounds great. Well, it's very important work, and we're glad that you founded this organization, and we look forward to hearing more about it at the capstone session
Thank
today.
you.
Thank you. And last but not least, we have Lina, who is here to talk about the site for our next annual conference, Jacksonville, Florida.
And we are excited.
So tell us all about it.
Jacksonville is the biggest city in Florida, and most people don't realize that. It's also the 12th biggest city in the United States
I didn't know that.
and the largest city in square miles in the continental United States. We have 21 miles of white sandy beaches that are all free and 40 miles of intercoastal waterway. So it's a great place to come.
I think you're going to want to be there. Hopefully people are planning to come to our next conference. Are there any other attractions or sites you'd like to mention?
Yes, we are called the River City by the Sea. So we have the ocean about 15 miles from downtown, and our hotel that we'll be in, another Hyatt, is right there on the St. Johns River where people will be staying. There's a 2-mile river walk, so in the mornings or late evening when it's a little cool, they can go out and walk on the river walk. At the end of the river walk, there is the Riverside Arts Market every Saturday that's free. So they can go there if they're still there on Saturday. St. Augustine is 30 minutes away, and they are having their 450th commemoration next year, the oldest city in the United States, so somebody might want to look into that.
Those all sound wonderful. Thank you very much, Lina. And hope everyone's planning to come to Jacksonville next year.
We hope so too.
Thank you. Well, that's all for us today for What's Your Story. This is our last What's Your Story for our annual conference, and we do hope to see you next year in Jacksonville. Thank you.